we live in a technical world, and people are seeking technical answers and are dismissive. It's real easy to be made fun of on television. Most people's introduction to hypnosis is a Vegas stage show or a television show or the movie Get Out. And people make fun of things that they don't understand. And so the reason why it's powerful is because there are two minds. There's the conscious mind that has reason, logic, analysis, willpower, decision making that we think is in control. And then there's the subconscious mind, which is, we've all seen the graphic of the iceberg. The conscious mind is the tip, and the subconscious mind is the base of the iceberg below the surface. And so the subconscious mind not only controls our physiology, right? So our autonomic nervous system and all of our involuntary systematic processes. It brings us back to 98.6 after a fever. It seeks to bring us to homeostasis. And so not only is the subconscious mind in control of the physiological body, but also behavioral. So just like it wants to bring you physiologically back to homeostasis, it wants to help you learn behaviors so that you can be efficient and get back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? So it wants you to be able to food, water, and shelter, and then intimacy, and then all the way down. So you learn how to ride a bike once. You don't have to keep learning how to ride the bike. You learn how to drive a stick shift. You don't have to keep learning how to drive a stick shift. You get in the zone. Athletes, performers, musicians, they practice, and then get in the zone. That's the subconscious mind. But the problem is that same process that creates those efficiencies when we'll sometimes create maladaptive behaviors as a coping mechanism. And so you can get stuck in a bad behavior because that's the world of the subconscious mind, and it loves the known and fears the unknown. And so when you've developed this behavior as a coping mechanism, the person that hurt you could be dead, but subconscious mind holds on to that behavior as a coping mechanism and fears releasing it. And so hypnotherapy is a way to bypass the critical mind that hovers always, except for when you're asleep, and speak directly to that subconscious mind, which is the dream world. And so I use imagery and metaphor and storytelling to speak to that subconscious mind in the dream state to help rewrite that programming. Evidence-based medicine used to think that it was anecdotal, but now we have proof, and we know what's going on in the brain, and we know why it works. And so if you go to Google Scholar, there are tons of studies on the efficacy of hypnotherapy for a range of things. I do pre-surgery and post-surgery, and there's large body of evidence that if you have hypnotherapy prior to surgery, your outcome is going to be better, less pain, shorter recovery time, and less pain medication with less pain. And so, but there's no drug company paying for the dissemination of these studies. Okay, so unless you your own homework and research, so science does have a definitive statement. It's unequivocal today. We know what's going on. Dr. David Spiegel at Stanford is doing some fantastic work there. The Human Givens Project in the United Kingdom, it's indisputable now. It's gone are the days when Franz Mesmer mesmerized people, and the king of the court of King Louis XIV dismissed it as bizarre. Gone are those days.